Hello, my name is Richard Hoey, and this is my studio in Espírito Santo, Brazil. I'm originally from England. I was born in Cheshire in the northwest, but I spent most of my adult life living in London. And now I live here in Espírito Santo in the southeast of Brazil. My work emerges from a personal space, which is born out of straddling these two very different locations. I think the fact that I was born on a farm in Cheshire and always dreamed of warmer climes, and the fact that wherever I look I can see palm trees or these giant type houseplants that we would have back home growing naturally here. And for me these are all very exciting, and I take these easily recognizable motifs of palm fronds, of giant monstera leaves, and I use them as motifs which can transport us to these ideas of tropical and exotic places. Language literally appears in the work in the form of text, and this came about primarily because I found that while I was walking around on the street, I was very aware of language, visible language, in the form of advertising. And in that process, I became aware of the difference between a corporation like Nestle or Coca-Cola and the huge budgets that they have to make sophisticated advertising in comparison to micro businesses where their visual advertising was very basic or handmade, hand-painted, or maybe using vinyl. And this made me aware of questions of globalization and capitalism. I often bring elements related to those questions into my work. I might take an element which I've literally found in a street advert and juxtapose that with joyful tropical colours and these tropical elements of foliage, and trying to seek a way of harmonising those in a piece of work. Recently, I've begun using cut vinyl in my work. I've built up a library of images which are printed and cut in cut vinyl, which is material that we associate with low-cost advertising. And then I take these cuts and I apply them to the canvas and then paint over them, almost like a stencil process. And then I use the same motif and repeat it over and over, which kind of mimics the repetition that we see in advertising. And another form of repetition which I use in the work are these shapes, both organic and geometric, and they have their origin in Pedra Portuguesa, or Portuguese stone, which was imported to Brazil during the colonial period. And I find it fascinating that many cities in Brazil have a very definite, distinct pattern which is identifiable with that city. For example, the curvy waves that we know from Copacabana Beach in Rio, and also São Paulo has this very geometric, pointed design which is identifiable with that city.